stop portraying this perfect life, because then people who aren't on social media are constantly comparing. Oh, well, he's not as romantic as this guy. Look at what this guy did. I'm like, they're showing best moments. That's it. Like, even with the lady that cleans her house, she's setting cameras up to make it look like she's cleaning her house and this is fun and this is what she does. Yeah. When her camera's on off, you think she's like joyfully cleaning her house and doing laundry. No.
Some people like doing that, though.
Hell no.
Some people like doing that. You can't say that she doesn't like doing that. She might really like doing that.
That's crazy, because you want to believe her life. Like,
no, I don't want to believe her life. I'm just saying, some people, you love to cook. Mm-hmm. You love to cook, right?
I didn't last night, but yeah.
But do you love to cook? Do you love to bake? So if you recorded yourself doing that, I would think
cooking and baking is totally different.
No, I'm saying, I know when I would watch it that you love doing that. She really might love cleaning and
doing laundry and loads of laundry
every day.
She
might really love to do that.
She doesn't.
Okay, I'm just saying she might though.
But she wants you to think that, so it works. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, people are recording their best moments in life, and then other people are comparing their lives to that. Yeah, and that's what makes relationships more and more difficult. Is you want this. Oh, put me on a plane, fly me out. Let's go here. Let's go there. Let's put this perfect outfit on, and my skin routine must be perfect. Like, this is all like a lot.
You think people are expecting perfection too much out of relationships and out of their partner?
Yeah, and it's not realistic.
If you leave a good man to go and have a hoe phase, don't you dare complain when you can't find a good man in the future. Don't you dare complain. And if you're that guy that got left, you're a fool if you take her back.
For 10 years, I got married young. I was 21, barely. I remember feeling like my marriage was temporary from the beginning.
So let me get this straight. She was married for 10 years, strung this man along for 10 years, had children with this man, and knew from the beginning that she didn't want to.
So yesterday I posted about basically going through a divorce with the good guy. And I say good guy in the sense that, like, he is a great person. Like, it's nothing against him. We just two people that have grown apart, have the same common denominator of keeping our kids number one, letting them see us happy and healthy. Like, that's what I want. I don't why is it so bad? The amount of DMs and messages that I have received from people in the same exact situation, same ages, don't know how to get out of it.
So when I say women have no idea how to take accountability, this right here, she is the perfect example. Now, is it okay to divorce somebody who is not good for your life, who is not good for your mental health? Absolutely. But if you watch this woman's video, she does nothing but talk about how amazing her soon-to-be ex-husband is, that she loves him, he's a wonderful dad, he's a great provider, but there's just something missing.
Call it quits on my marriage. We've been married 14 years, together since I was about 16. I'm 38 now. He is a good guy, great father.
Ladies, cut your shit.
About how hard it is to let go of the guy who you love and who loves you. And there's so many beautiful blessings in the relationship, and yet you just know deep down that they are not your forever person.
If feminists had their own country, would they survive?
Absolutely not. I think they would eat each other.
Why wouldn't they survive?
The thing about feminists is they actually hate women. They try to hide under this disguise of like, oh, we love women, but they really want to be men, but then also hate men because they're jealous of them. If you just get a bunch of feminists in a room, like I said, I feel like they'll just all start attacking each other. There will be a moment where they do find a disagreement, and the only way that they'll be able to go on is to be. That's what they do.
Is a man who is willing to take care of you, the kids, and the household, but has no ambition worth staying with.
When you say take care of, what do you mean?
He pays all the bills. He take care of the kids. He step in. How he do that with no ambition? No, he got money. I want more.
You know what?
He's complacent.
Okay.
Yeah.
In the year when the job market is cooked, when the housing market is cooked, when people are walking away from their children, you got somebody at home that is paying your bills. He is taking care of you, and he is taking care of your kids, and you are figuring out, should I leave him? Are you cool?
Unfortunately, for a lot of men, there are so many women telling them you have to be more ambitious. And it's because they want the ambition to look like what they want it to look like. But his ambition is waking up every day and going to work. Waking up every day and showing up for my children. Showing up for my home, like that's just as ambitious. You know how ambitious you have to be when you are going through depression? Your girl is telling you you need to do more, and then you don't feel like you're good enough, but she don't know the mental and emotional and spiritual battles that you have and how you still trying to show up for your home. That's ambition, baby. Take a moment, read, I think it's 1 Timothy 5:8. Because what it talks about is a man who neglects his home is the same as a man who denies his faith. This man is taking care of his home. There is faith and grace in that. He is being provisional. He's still leading. So we have to acknowledge that, because if not, you're going to lose that. Like that's a gem, baby.
I make my own money. I make more than him.
Ooh.
Right?
And you said he pays all the bills?
Yeah.
And you make more money?
You mentioned that you make more money than him, and I want you to know that was not done by mistake. That was a systemic thing that was put into place so that the black woman can be elevated to start looking at they men like they're not doing enough. Oh. It is very intentional, the fact that you make more money, and even though your man is showing up for you, you start looking at him for like, why can't you do more?
The fact that this man is covering the bills, even though he knows you make more, let me tell you what he's doing. This man is willing to maybe put things on pause so that you can elevate. Think about it. What you make becomes almost just yours. What you choose to do, you have the freedom to pivot and pivot and pivot. Try this, go to school, because this man is saying, I'm going to sacrifice and take care of the foundational things so that you can have a choice whether or not you want to work or not. And so when you saying that man lacked ambition, I just think it's ambition in a direction you can't recognize.
You know what I realized? Love doesn't wait until you feel ready. Sometimes it shows up and you just decide to take the risk. Because the truth is, you don't get love by playing it safe. You get it by being willing to feel something again. And the right person won't punish you for trying again. They'll meet you there. That's how you know.
If men don't suspect that there's any interest on your end, even if they're interested, they're not going to pursue, and they're not going to be as clear about it. So as women, if we are interested, we have to make sure we're showing some variation of that to give the man the green light that he can then show us his signs of interest. We got to open the door for him to walk through it.
Yes.
That's my motto.
1,000%.
And you know, once again, listening to this type of foolishness, man, type of foolishness that you hear from dating nowadays, you see that women are treating dating like men owe them something just because they showed up to the date. Man has to plan the date, man has to pay for the date, got to be entertaining, got to look right, drive the right car, and he still might not get a second date. Men don't want to go through that crap anymore. They got to do all that. Meanwhile, you just got to show up. You just got to have a pulse. Got to sit there and fake giggle every so often. Men are just not doing that anymore, man. They don't want to be around that no more.
What the is wrong with the men here? And why do they have no desire? Why do they not know how to appreciate a good-looking woman?
Serious question for my mans out there. Why are you guys not approaching women? What is that about? What is that about? I have seen so many hot guys lately, and we make eyes, we exchange the look, we have the look, and then there's nothing else. I'm like, are you gonna come approach me?
Guys not making a move anymore is so frustrating because...
So every morning on my run, I pass the same guy. He's out walking his dog. Sometimes he's with his young son. Sometimes he's not. But every morning, I say, good morning. Hey, man, what's going on? And every morning, he ignores me. This morning, flat out ignores me. This morning, I guess I passed by his house. He's coming out of his front walk. I'm passing by. We're closer than we've ever been, like 5-6 feet apart. And I say, hey man, good morning. Doesn't look at me, totally ignores me.
Obviously, as a woman, would like the men to approach me, but nowadays it hasn't been happening. Feels like the roles have been switched. Men are expecting women to approach them and be the first one to make the move.
Last year, I saw some
Bro, what?
black women try to solve a problem in dating
Is that really happening though? Is that really happening?
by starting to host events in person, trying to create third spaces to facilitate dating like offline. And you know what would happen every single time? The men were
I always say, do you really want a friend? Like, no, you want a man. If you're a woman, you want a man. If you're a man, like the guys mainly who are my audience and watching here, like, do you want to go one of your friends? No, you want a woman, don't you? You want to pin her down. You want to have her bend over. You don't want to do that to any of your friends. At least I hope not, right? It's that attraction and that femininity behind her that makes you want to be able to do those things. So when couples say things like, we're best friends, really what it means is nobody's leading, nobody's pursuing, nobody's probably even really taking any kind of risks. And so if you're a man who's watching this, a woman does not fall in love with you because you're like a girlfriend to her. She fell in love with you because you are a man and you are dominant and you are in control.
In this video, I'll break down why one woman is married and the other two are not.
So important, number one, for us to know ourselves, right? Because for me, there's not a man on this planet that I would choose over my husband.
And that's the only way it's gonna fucking work. If a woman doesn't want to put you before any other man, she's not the one for you.
I don't care. No, for sure, right? I'm choosing my husband, and this too, right?
You choosing everybody over that man. That man over everybody.
I am. Because this is your once in a lifetime platinum needle in a haystack, swing for the fences, best friend, confidant, lover, husband.
But that's not true because people have multiple husbands.
No.
Nah, that's true for you. One person doesn't have multiple husbands. That's your.
And that's the thing, you see it different. So what I'm saying is you got to choose a person that sees it the same way as you see it. I never choose a man. Yes, I would never choose a man that felt like he needed to go out with his girlfriends all the time and then would try to play me like I'm insecure. Nah, Negro, I don't feel respected when you're out with a bunch of different women. So we have to choose the people that make the most sense for us. And on top of that, I feel like because when y'all are saying the words that are coming out of your mouths, like this makes sense to me. In my mind, and not to make a debate, but in my mind, I'm like, y'all don't want to be married. That's what my underlying voice says, because ultimately what you're saying is there's another man that is more important than your man, and why would you?
You heard that? She said, where is the importance at all? That means you will sit around with a man, waste his time, let him invest in you, probably have kids with him, because she does say she has kids, and then say, where's the importance in having a man?
Look, y'all, and I'm not trying to be a preacher. I'm not a perfect person. I have not figured out marriage. I am not a couple's goal. I am not Black excellence. I am just one person that is committed to my person and figuring this out. But what I can tell you is most men are terrified of marriage. Why? Because they fear divorce. If you are marrying a woman that ultimately on a subconscious level is telling you that she does not choose you all the way, that there are caveats or conditions on the way that she chooses you, or because you made her sacrifice something that meant something to her, you think that's going to be the only thing you sacrifice in marriage?
Man, she's absolutely right. You can't get with a woman who wants to put somebody else before you or things before you. Love comes with sacrifice, and if she's throwing back in your face what she sacrificed for you, that means she never wanted to do it in the first place. Never force it. Let them do it because they actually love you.
I will tell you this flat out, I am not scared to lose a man. I am not scared to get divorced.
That's the problem.
And no, it's not.
That's the problem.
I will always choose myself
That's
first.
the problem.
I will choose.
You choose your first, but not a
I
man.
am always first. And then my kids, and then God.
And now you see her true colors come out. She already said in the beginning she don't see any importance of losing a man. My question to you is, why have a kid with a man if you don't see any importance with him? You need him to make the baby. But I digress. Now you see why one woman is married and the other two is not. And y'all wonder why I say this.
And you want to get married. Pack it up.
It may be really messed up, but I believe that women and men should be held to completely different cheating standards. Like, I think that if you're a girl, mostly if you're like a 23 and younger girl, you're allowed to cheat on your boyfriend. He doesn't have to know about it, but if you're on vacation, like you're in Italy and like an Italian guy's flirting with you, like you should be able to make out with him in Italy. You're a 23-year-old, this is not your husband. But I think that guys should never be allowed to cheat, because you should be obsessed with your girlfriend. But women, it's like, we never know. So like, if you're like a young girl, you should be able to cheat.
In other words, women don't know. They're not sure about you, so they get to test the waters. But guys have to be certain about the woman. In fact, they have to feel like she is their entire universe, no matter what, and he has to be totally obsessed and never stray. This is the kind of sick, twisted double standard that they actually believe now.
Y'all always doing that. Like, I'm gonna just go ahead and say it. Like, as a woman, see, look at your face, how it's all scrunched up. Like I'm about to say some dumb, right? That's exactly what we talking about. Y'all gotta stop saying that shit nutty.
Anytime a woman say, as a man, I already know she's gonna say some dumb, bro. I ain't never met a woman that said, as a man, and some smart came out, or some logical came out, or some make common sense. 99.9% of the time, if a woman say, as a man, you're gonna be followed up with some dumb being said. And then what make it worse though, the girl would say that and her friends gonna co-sign the dumb. Now it's just the dumb leaving the dumber. But then when you get with them one by one, like have a conversation one by one, they actually smart women. But collective, dumb as.
Let me tell y'all something. Stay away from people that see the growth but try to humble you with your past. Everything you do, they bringing up what you used to do or who you used to be. That's because your growth is a reflection of their stagnation. So they will remind you of who you used to be so you won't acknowledge who you are. Because who you are is a threat to who they is. So the reminder is to constantly get you to stay in the cycle with them. Because mentally they hit a blockage and they only know one way. And growth to them looks like you switching up. You think you this, you think you that. How are you this person when you used to do this or you used to be that? So since they know you one way, they will claim that they know the real you. But in all naturality, they knew you. They don't know you. So therefore, you have to learn the version of who I am today and let go of the dysfunction that we normalized when I was becoming. So therefore, hi, my name is, nice to meet you.
And I think one of the major problems with dating today is that modern women, their entitlement. I expect a man to do this. I expect him to do that. And men are like, man, I'm not gonna keep on doing that. You see men pop up in a woman's DMs, slide up on her story, hit her up on TikTok, Instagram. It don't matter. The man might hit her up in real life, and she don't pay him no mind. Say that she want to talk to the guy, don't pay him no mind. So a lot of guys, they just quit, and that's why that's why a lot of women hated Bumble, because they had to start the conversation first, because men were opting out. You see a lot of these brothers out here stop texting first, and then that's when the conversation died. Why is that? Because modern women aren't trying to start any conversation. They're not trying to reciprocate. Nothing. So men stopped texting first, they stopped approaching first, and felt nothing about it. Even though modern women would like to shame men and tell men, no, I don't feel anything about it. After so many years, if a woman can go days without reaching out, which a lot of these modern women are doing, then why would I keep on texting you? That lets me know that you weren't interested to begin with. Men stopped keeping things alive by themselves, trying to keep a relationship afloat. For what? So a lot of these situationships just quietly ended because the woman wasn't doing anything. That's why a lot of these marriages ended, because a woman wasn't doing anything. I always have to put my first. I always have to go first. I never get to say, okay, you take it. Let's see what you got. You do this. Don't get to do that. Honestly, for a lot of men, it's just not worth it to be around these types of women anymore, bro.
Some people are like, oh, men are dogs. And I was like, yes, they are. They're loyal. They're always happy to see you. They're looking for something to do for you. What could they bring you? they just want to be admired and appreciated. And yeah, if you treated them like dogs, everything would turn out much better.
If a girl asks me how many sets I have left, not a problem. If you're a man, get away from me. Why are you speaking to me? Goodbye, sir.
They've decided that men are bad right from second one. They're man haters.
25 years in living, you're my dad. The least you could have done is $500 in a car after 25 years.
First of all, you're 25 years old, honey. You're an adult. It's no longer daddy's job to take care of you.
My cousin, who is younger than me, is getting married today. Meanwhile, this year I have had chlamydia twice.
She's jealous of the younger woman.
Men, y'all need to start learning how to have social awareness. Thank you very much.
Ladies, you all need to learn how to not have an ego this big. Thank you very much.
It actually grosses me out whenever I tell a man that I'm talking to, I'm going to get my lashes done, and the only words out of his mouth are, well, let me see a picture when you're done. How about you send me $75 to pay for it?
You're expecting some guy to roll in and pay for your nails. Why should he be paying for those things? First of all,
you will fumble a good man trying to compete with him instead of cheering him on and supporting him. It shows you're insecure, as if you're afraid of him outgrowing you, when you need to be focused on growing with him and learning from him.
Unpopular opinion. A lot of women love to scream and yell that a man drove them crazy, but he could never make you listen. He could make you scream, yell, and curse at the top of your lungs, but he could never make you submissive. He could make you follow him around town and stalk him and look through all of his but he can never turn you into a safe space. He could never pull loyalty out of you, but he could drive you crazy. He could get in your head and give you all of these wild thoughts and make you think all of these extra things that he never said, but he could never get through to you what he actually needed. You could turn your spidey senses on to try to figure out if he been lying and cheating on you behind your back and what he been doing and who he been doing it with, but your intuition never kicks in to tell you that that man is not happy. Isn't it funny how he can drive you crazy, but he can never drive you to actually understand him? He could bring out the worst in you, but he can never bring out the best.
A man who doesn't talk too much isn't shy. He's listening. He's studying you and how everyone moves. He knows who's fake, who's sloppy, who's weak. He's the type who won't tell you what he's doing until it's already done. And by then, it's too late to catch up. Quiet men don't waste words. They move in silence. And silence is the ultimate weapon. Be careful around the men who doesn't need to be seen to win, because that's the one controlling the entire room. Hit follow, because I'm going to keep decoding how power really works.
And you know what's funny is all the complaints, but women spent years making men feel small and like trash for being an average man. And now those same women are shocked that the men have stopped trying to impress them. I don't know if you remember, but you told the man he wasn't enough over and over again. I don't know if you remember that. And eventually he was like, okay, well, you know, if that's what you believe, who's going to stand there and get insulted over and over again? Which person? But that's what modern women expect, right? So men at this point in time, they used to try to improve themselves for women, but now they're improving themselves for them. And so, well, she just don't, you know, I thought it was me. I used to think it was me, but she really don't even like me. I was trying to do what I could to earn her favor, but she really don't even like me anyway. So what's the point?
Men get caught cheating more often than women. Does that mean they cheat more? No, it means they get caught cheating more. You know, I know people love statistics, and I know that you know, guests have a tendency to come on and say, well, 72% of people who are, there are certain things that I just don't think you can accurately track, because unless you have real reliable data, and I don't really consider self-reporting surveys that good of a data, because they tell you a lot about what people would like to think they believe, or that people would like to be perceived as believing, or the kinds of people that fill out surveys, what they might have to say. Everything I'm saying is based on what I've observed in 25 years of facilitating the demise of marriages. This is direct observation. I've thrown a little of my own sort of experience onto that. I mean, facts all come with points of view, but I'm very careful to not, be like speculating. I'm really looking at what's in front of me. Men and women both cheat. Men cheat in just more scattershot, stupid ways than women do. When women cheat, in my experience professionally, it's more like a professional hit. And it's usually an indication of it's the absolute end of this relationship. The relationship is over, and this is either a soft place to land, or it's sort of a final opportunity for this person to solidify, this woman to solidify in her head that, yeah, this thing is over. Whereas men, I've really had hundreds at this point of men sit across from me who've been caught in an affair or sense that they're about to get caught in an affair. And they say to me, yeah, this had nothing to do with my wife. I love my wife. It had nothing to do with that. It just, I don't know. I don't know why I did what I did. I just did it.
Just like that, your boy is back. This lady has been on the internet cooking. She came up with the slogan, the single you is the married you. Let's check it out.
School that I have online where the single you is the married you, right? So even when I'm single, I am looking the same as when I'm married. I'm talking the same as when I'm married. There's certain language I don't use. There's certain clothing that I don't put on, even when I'm single. But what women want to believe is the single them is different than the married them. That all of a sudden, they're going to become modest and they're going to speak a different way and do a different thing. No, baby, I cook now, clean now. I take care of myself, take care of the people in my life. I dress modestly. I make sure that I'm clean in my speech, right? The single you is the married you.
So what you got to say about the women who be there in the soft girl era, the villain girl era, and hot girl summer?
Life is about patterns, though. And what you've done in the past, there's a pretty strong chance that you're going to do it in the future. So that's what people don't realize, that when you practice being degenerate, that's not something you're going to lay down overnight. I tell men this too. Can we be honest? Men who are hoes, men who are out here sleeping around and then think that a ring is going to keep them faithful, it isn't.
Let her cook. A man that findeth a wife findeth a good thing. That means she was a wife when I found her. Booking love, baby. Where's she at? Huh? Let her cook. I ain't about.
Men are simple.
It's always refreshing to see a woman give an accurate description on who men are. Your discretion's advised.
They want to be fed. They want to be, and they want fairness. That's what they ask for.
Now I'm gonna let her cook. I promise you I will. However, just that one clip alone puts such a smile on my face because it's really that simple. Ladies, if you take any advice, take this one. It's not difficult to deal with men. We literally want just those three things right there. Emphasis on the fairness because we like things to be fair. Please understand, learning to peacefully coexist with a man means you have to be fair. And for us, fairness is some of the most simple things. On Sunday, when we want to sit down and watch football after working all week, allow us to watch the football. Pick up the tab sometime when we go out to dinner. Yes. Roll out the red carpet for our birthdays as well. Send him those random news while he at work. Be the first person to meet him at the door when he come home with a nice big hug and a big kiss. Show him that attention, love, and affection. Learn to be his protector as well. Don't have none of your family, friends, random women in the street talking to him crazy because they know he a man and they can take advantage of him verbally. Men like to feel protected too. Don't let them tell you otherwise. That's what fairness looks like to us.
They're not asking for equality. You sleep with them good, you make sure that their bellies are full, and you be fair.
Yeah.
That's what they want. Women want everything.
Amazing.
We want good. We want to be fair. We want equality. Women want so much, and it's just unrealistic. Women want things that we don't necessarily deserve.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Men are simple.
Fellas, our efforts are not going unnoticed. The tables are turning. They are starting to understand the message. Now, I could dive in more on what she said as far as what women want, but it's self-explanatory. We see it online all day, every day. But it is very nice to know that hope is still alive. And fellas, there is still a chance for you to find someone to spend the rest of your life with that will understand you and put forth the effort to make you happy as well. Y'all keep the change.
All right. Boundaries keeps you centered in yourself. When you learn to say no, when you figure out who you are and stick by that, some people will leave your life. Boundaries prevent control. People cannot gain leverage over you. It also stops performance. It stops social scripts. It takes off the mask that people hide behind, which also makes them leave. Some people only want you in their life when you people please, when you cater to them at the expense of yourself, because this gives them control. It allows them to perform. But when you lack boundaries, you lose self-respect and you lose confidence. The people that you keep by losing yourself do not even respect you in the first place. They are there for the convenience. As a recovering people pleaser, healing is often about developing boundaries, learning to say no and giving up on certain people, allowing yourself to be authentic, to be centered in who you are, rather than catering to another person. When you allow yourself to be you, when you speak up when you should and have boundaries, you will gain self-respect and confidence. You will feel much better internally. You will also see how fake other people can be. Develop boundaries if you need to. Heal and become more authentically you. In the end, you will love yourself more, even if it costs you everybody in your life. Watch my YouTube for more. Working on boundaries in my Discord and school communities. Drizzle.
The fastest way to lose a good man, it's not cheating. It's becoming his biggest source of stress. He's already fighting the world, work pressure, money, expectations. If home feels like another battlefield, he won't stay long. Men don't leave because someone prettier shows up. They leave when peace disappears. If every conversation is a challenge, every decision is questioned, every moment feels tense, that's not partnership. That's pressure. He doesn't need a competitor. He needs softness where life is hard. Respect where the world doubts him. Loyalty isn't controlled, it's created. So if he's distant, ask yourself, are you his piece or just another problem?
I want y'all to listen to what this young lady has to say after witnessing a man trying to approach a woman.
I have a question for men, right? I was out tonight at an event in Brooklyn, and I observed multiple men approaching women for the first time. Now, one of the ones that I had the privilege and cringe of watching up close, it was people right in front of me for a coat check, right? This man approached this woman. She's really tall, she's stunning, she's beautiful, right? He's chatting to her and he was like, oh, did you ever play volleyball or like basketball? And she's like, no, I was never interested in like sports and whatever. Her body language closed. She's like, she's giving that, like, she's being polite, she's chatting to him, but body language is giving, let me just pass this time by. And then he's like, oh, you never played volleyball? Like, wow. And then he's like, but I bet if you have played, you'd have been in the national team. I'm right behind them, tee hee hee and ha ha hey. I'm Googling because it's so corny. It's so cringe. And I could see the girl literally being like, oh. Got me thinking, do men look at body language when they're chatting to you, like, at all? Like, can you guys see the physical reaction?
Before I answer her question, it is amazing to me how these women are begging for us to come over there and talk to them, but then when we talk to them, they're over there holding up a scorecard trying to judge us on what we have to say. But to answer her question, yes, me and a bunch of other men, we do care about that, but there are some men out there who just don't care.
I know we live in an era where, like, it seems like a lot of men don't approach women in real life, so whatever, that is just the reality. You should approach women, like, talk to a woman, but like talk to them like a person. Like, you don't have to put on a weird show and be like gross, you know?
Am I missing something? What show did this man put on? To me, it sounded like the man was just trying to start a conversation and that was the best thing he can come up with. There wasn't nothing gross about that. The only reason it was gross is because she wasn't attracted to him. That's the only reason. If she was attracted to him, that'd have been totally fine.
And also read body language. Is that not a thing that you're attuned to? Do men not read like body language at all? Cause you can literally see the cringe coming over the girl. Like, you could see her being like, yuck. Yeah, because what do you mean? Like, if you have played, I bet you'd have been on the national team. You'd have won a medal or something. But for me, me and my friend were exiting a place in the same location, and there's a much like somebody's granddaddy says, "Oh hey," me and my friend turn. She's like, "Oh hi." I thought the person was like security. It wasn't. And then the person was just like, "You're beautiful. My name is whatever." And my friend is so confused. She was like, "Oh hi," like she gives them her name. And then she's like, "I thought I knew this person," to me, and the person keeps trying to talk to her, and I'm like trying to pull her like away. The way he just like in a crowd of people literally was just like, "Hey," like right over us, was so jarring. Make eye contact first. Like at least make eye contact first. But also like, sir, you could be our granddaddy. What's going on? I don't know. A very enjoyable people watching evening is what I had.
I've always said I'm from the old school, so I've talked to a lot of women. I've approached more women than menopause, so I understand exactly what's going on here. And what this young lady is doing is a problem. See, what she thinks she's doing is being funny, but what she is doing is throwing more garbage in this already littered dating pool. Because everything she is talking about isn't going to do anything but turn men further away from coming to talk to women. You basically just clowned a man for starting a conversation with a stranger. That was a stranger. He knew nothing about that girl. She was tall, so he tried to make a little joke or make a little statement about her height. That wasn't good enough. The old man, he did what I've done and other men have done millions of times, which is cold approaching. That means no eye contact. That means nothing. You just see a girl, you walk over there and you start talking to her. You can't always wait for eye contact because sometimes these women ain't paying attention. But you complaining about that. If y'all want these men to start approaching, you gotta stop talking like this, because what men know is none of these rules apply if you like a guy. So if all these men are basically hearing, "Stay away from me unless I like you," you're gonna have less men attempting to approach you. And you women can try to put whatever spin you want on this, but this boils down to they didn't like the guy. The one dude was too old, like she said, looked like their grandfather, and the other dude just wasn't attractive to that girl because, like she said, her body language gave off yuck. So nothing she is saying is a problem. It's only a problem when they don't like the guy. And most men are normal, regular, average, whatever you want to call them, and we all know a lot of these women don't like normal, average, or regular. What you women are expecting are the top men to approach you, but they're not doing it. The top guys are not approaching because in most situations you're not even a woman that they want to talk to. So all you're doing is just making it harder for you to meet a nice regular guy, because the regular guys aren't approaching you either, because they're tired of what this lady is talking about right here. And the bottom feeder, low end guys, they're never gonna stop approaching, because all they want to do is waste your time, steal your money, or get you pregnant. So good luck with that, because that's gonna be the only option y'all gonna have left. So all I'm saying is y'all just making it worse for everybody else out there, because you wanted to make a little funny video clowning these men for trying, because that's what they're doing. What's about to happen are the women are going to have to approach men. The men are getting off these dating apps. They're not going to singles events. They're not approaching when they're in public, so you women won't have an option but to approach. And we're gonna see just how good your opening lines are. And I promise you, it ain't gonna be pretty, because most women have no game at all. They have no idea what to say to a man to start a conversation. So we'll see how that works out for you. But just know, y'all keep on making these videos. Y'all keep on clowning these men who are out here trying. And when those men stop trying, we're gonna see exactly what y'all made of, because y'all ain't gonna have a choice. I'm just saying. But leave your thoughts on the video. Appreciate you watching. See you next time.
Over and over again, you're saying, what are men doing nowadays? Where are men at? What are men's hobbies? Hitting the gym, making money, traveling, building things, enjoying life. That's what they're doing. That's where they're at. Men are moving. They're not announcing their movements. And y'all can't find the men because the men don't want you to find them. They don't want you to find them. You're a toxic person. That's why you can't find a good man. A lot of these women out here complaining. Why don't a man pay attention to me? Because you didn't want his attention. You didn't want his attention. You wanted to clown him. And so now that man just turned his focus and attention to something else. And said, man, I'm about to go grind. I'm about to go do my thing elsewhere. And what I feel like women are upset about that.
The fellas are now starting something where they're saying they're going to be financially celibate, meaning that they're not going to be spending any money on a woman until marriage.
Jesus, take the wheel.
Your husband doesn't generate dates is because dates aren't important to him. That's why it's on you to generate the date. And he'll want to know where you want to go instead of picking the restaurant. Why? Because he wants to make you happy.
So are dates more for women than for men?
A lot of times, yes. Whatever's important to us, if I'm asking you to be accountable for something that's important to me, and I ask you what you need, I'm hoping what you need from me is going to be the initiation of the whole process. I want it to be in my hands because this is my need. This is important to me. So when Dan, my boyfriend, says, "Will you text me?" Of course, because he's just said yes to something I asked of him. If I text him, that's all he needs, and he'll go do it. But why should you need a text? You should remind yourself. Why can't you remember to do things for me? We take it personally. We think it means something. No, they know that they're focused. They know they're gonna be focused at the time that they're supposed to be doing that. So they need something to interrupt the focus to make sure they do it. They're trying to manage themselves to give us what we need.
Oh my God, you're not making me feel loved. You're not meeting my needs. You're not doing the thing that I told you that I wanted you to do. Shut the up. Shut the up. For 2 weeks, women who are critical, dominating, and controlling and whiny need to shut up. And I've been there. I've been her. I have been in your shoes. And I am telling you that you will never, ever be attracting to the type of man you want, and you will never be successful in changing that man. Because when I tell these women who are female clients to shut up for 2 weeks and to not complain to their partner, not to bring up any issue for 2 weeks, they can't do it. They're like, well, that's just gonna mean that I'm okay with their behavior. And I'm like, you're already okay with it. This has been going on for how long and you've not left? You're already okay with it. This challenge doesn't mean you're okay with it. This challenge is going to show you why the you stay. It's going to show you where you're not free, where you have these control issues that keep you in something that you're not even happy in because you don't know how to soothe yourself. So you go crying like they're your mommy or daddy to come rock you back to sleep because you can't process your own disappointment. And that is the problem. I have gotten a voice note every single day from the women who are doing this challenge. Like, I have not had one successful day. Like, we're always fighting it. I almost feel like it's worse. And I'm like, yeah, because you're going through the withdrawals, because you're addicted. You're addicted to the false hope and the false starts. You love to snort possibility up your nose and you're like, wow, the man that he could be, he said he was going to change. And then you get surprised when you have the crash. Because you don't like the actual process that it would take to have a healthy relationship or to become a healthy partner, because in your eyes, that would be boring. Results come from consistency. Consistency is mundane. You're not going to have these fights. Most of the time, it's just going to be you sitting alone. I'm like, okay, well, I probably shouldn't. It's not that big of a deal. Okay, let me move on with my life and go focus on my own goals and dreams. That's what it's going to look like. It's going to look like a whole lot of nothing going on in your relationship, because that's what a healthy one is. It's one that brings peace, not one that brings stress. But you don't want that as much as you say you do, because it is foolish to think that you can change another man with your whining. You can't even change yourself with all the motivation you have. And these women do want to change. They want to, but even with all the motivation, it's a struggle. And whining isn't going to make a man motivated. So you're making an unmotivated man try to change. Foolish.
Do people fall out of love, or do they just stop trying? So think about it for a second, because, people always be like, well, whenever a divorce happens or a breakup happens, people be like, I fell out of love. Like, I don't even know what falling out of love, like, I fell out of love. Like, what does it mean when you fall out of love?
I think it sounds good to say, we just fell out of love.
Yeah, we stopped, we fell out of love. Like, what? What does that mean? Or did y'all just stop trying?
Yeah.
What do you think it is?
So I think if you want to say fell out of love, I think in every relationship, whether you stay together or not, we talk about this all the time. People fall in and out of love on a regular basis. So like,
I don't think it's fall in and out
that's
of love.
what they call.
Okay.
So it's like this.
Yeah,
like
roller coaster.
we talk about it. Like there's days where I'm like obsessed with you, and then there's days where I'm like, oh, you get on my nerves.
Yeah.
So on what that one couple told me, or that one guy told me that I talked about before, he's like, as long as y'all don't fall out of love at the same time, or if y'all don't both stop trying at the same time, as long as one is always trying, you can keep that relationship alive. But I mean, I don't know, falling in and out of love or falling out of love. No, I think it's that you give up on the commitment and you give up on trying.
Does so do you think love actually disappears?
I think that people can change in relationships. And if you're not changing together and learning each other and open to changing with that person, then I think you choose to say, I don't want this anymore.
You know, women say they want a man who communicates, but then they shut down every time a man actually tries to have a real conversation. They dodge accountability. They figure out how to be a victim in the situation, in the relationship, and turn it on the man. So by the time a man is sharing his feelings on what he thinks and what he's going through, a woman will deflect, and then he'll have to end up apologizing to her, right? A lot of times a man is bringing up something honest, and suddenly these women have attitudes, and they're bringing stuff up from 3 months ago that don't have no bearing on what the conversation is about. So when you do that type of stuff, men learn real fast. They learn real fast that communicating and communicating with you honestly and truly is opening the door to more problems.